This is your weekly constitutional. Of course, our friend Stuart Harris is here, law professor and the host of your weekly constitutional on public radio. Of course, you can tune in and catch him. We're talking about a very steamy, exciting topic this morning.
Indeed,
if I say it right.
Yes,
you know?
we are.
Yeah. A book here we got by attorney Jeremy Geltzer. Is that
Jeremy
correct?
Geltzer.
And
great title.
Exactly. Dirty Words and Filthy Pictures.
When I saw this, I got an email from Jeremy, and he wanted me to use this book in one of my First Amendment courses. And so it was just sort of a solicitation. And law professors get those from time to time. Most of them, you know, you just delete, right? I saw this title. I said, man, I need me a copy of this book. It's really a serious book with a really interesting title, and what it's basically about is the history of censorship in film. As I like to tell my students whenever we talk about pornography or about such things, you know, a new invention comes along, and the very first thing people do with it is find some way to make it into a dirty invention. I mean, I think probably the first thing people did with cameras is start pointing them at each other and taking clothes off, okay? And seriously, and that's what people did, and of course people are interested in such things, and filmmakers who want to sell tickets know they're interested in such things, and what fascinates me is that from the very beginning they were making what used to be called stag films or blue films.
Really?
And so there's these old black and white, very flickery sort of pictures, you know, those early grainy things.
Oh, definitely.
And this guy's gone back and found them and identified them, and my gosh, they would be, you would recognize them, comparing them to stuff that you can see on the internet these days.
And this essentially talks about how these type of films paved the way for a lot of the things we see today.
Those films come out, and then there's the reaction, and then laws get passed and they get banned. Well, people still want them, so how do you get around that? The filmmakers, of course, asserted that they had a First Amendment right to do this, but up until the 1950s, the United States Supreme Court said that films were not protected by the First Amendment.
Wow, see,
not
I
protected
had no
at
idea.
all. Okay, they weren't serious enough, they weren't important enough. And of course, that just flies in the face of later Supreme Court cases, but that means that up till that point, that's why you had such regulation. That's why films from basically from the 30s and 40s forward got really squeaky clean.
Yeah.
For a long time, and they might be suggestive,
but they never crossed that line.
They never crossed, well, at least the ones that you could see in a theater didn't, okay? You had to go to a bachelor party to see the other films. But then, of course, starting in the 1950s, the court started recognizing this as free expression, and then, of course, we've seen the development of what followed.
Now, I gotta know, you said you of course, use this material in your courses. I
Sure.
mean, what was the reaction amongst the students like?
I haven't used it in my reaction yet. I'll simply say that I've enjoyed the research very much. It's been, shall we say, it's been eye-opening.
I can imagine.
Indeed, it has been.
Well, of course, we can hear this evening, right?
Right.
We
You can hear it this afternoon.
This
3 o'clock.
afternoon, yeah.
3 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock today, and then Tuesday at 8.
All right, Stuart Harris, of course, it's always a pleasure. And just like you said, it's on WETS FM 89.5. That's today, this afternoon at 3, and on Tuesday evenings at 8. Stuart, always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thanks,
you so
Curtis.
much. We appreciate it.